go. Okay, so quick recap tonight. Midsummer and Shieldmead are supposed to be fun days full of festivities and lighthearted mirth. For you, however, they were a strange couple of days. Midsummer went well enough until a blizzard arrived in the middle of summer. Shieldmead went well until the end when a fiery tiefling appeared, not only in the dreams of half your group, but also after Finn won the archery contest. She clapped sarcastically and eyed Finn before vanishing in a puff of brimstone. And that's where we find ourselves. We're going to fast forward until the next day. You've awakened, and you did learn some stuff too. Apparently, there was something's not right with the town, and you did hear some things from different people. There is a collective of elders in the town, or well-off people in the town known as the Believers, and they sort of kind of pull the shots beneath the scenes. And what else? So you also learned too previously that there were a couple of people who had gone missing, maybe more than a couple now, and for some of the folks, their belongings were left behind at the end, which was strange. Monsters have been about. It's a lawless wilderness around Red Larch. It could be that, but you're not sure. So you wake up with that on your minds. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to say, right, as Feldane wakes up for the day and gets, is getting himself ready, maybe splashing his face or whatever, I will cast a minor illusion and change all the script in his spellbook to be primordial instead of dwarven. And it's even a bit funnier than that, because primordial uses dwarvish font or dwarvish script. So
so does it change then?
yeah. The words and everything are spelled differently, but it's just it's the same script, but it's a different language.
Okay.
It's like changing Russian to Polish or something.
Or Russian to Ukrainian or something like that. It's like just slightly different.
Topical. Not for long, I suppose.
Yeah, it only lasts for a minute.
Got a wee bit of sleep in my eyes still. I can't read. What's going on? What'd you do, you wee on?
Oh, nothing.
Get back here and fix this.
I've had my fun. I dropped the spell.
Oh, it's easy to get one over me in the wee morning.
You gotta be ready, my friend.
I always wee in the morning. It's the best time to wee.
Says so in your book.
Says so in my book.
All right. So you wake. Harburg is busy. He's doing some other things. He's the butcher shop is not quite as busy. They're just sort of cleaning up, and he's going about sort of official business, checking in with people. He's sort of out and about. So you've got the day to yourselves.
Does anybody remember a tiefling woman who was very happy that I won a contest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the demon lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. She was a spry
What was that about? Yeah, very.
Yeah, and I don't know if the rest of you, so it was Bandwin, Barrick, and Feldane actually had a dream about her. And she was the same person in your dream. And I don't know if you've shared that with everyone yet.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I was like, you were in my dreams.
So she was in your dream?
Mm-hmm. Before we saw her.
That's odd.
That's how I knew.
That is
She was in. That was the same one that was in all of your dreams.
unusual.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
So
Perhaps-
I think
Perhaps
That's
it's
a
an omen.
it could be an omen. Was she clapping
open.
for me in the dream?
No. She was eating your soul.
That's interesting. I need meat and I need arrows. You guys want to get some food?
You need meat arrows?
I need meat and then some arrows. I'd like to see what a meat arrow could do. That
In
was
that
an interesting
order?
combination. Perhaps in that order. I mean, I can go get arrows first, and then we can get something to eat.
All right.
No.
Okay.
There it is. Oh my god, I thought I lost it.
So you step outside and you make your way around. You know, basically, you're real familiar with the town now, and you practically have moved in. It's your home base.
Yeah. We know everybody now. Except
No.
for the people that we
Except
don't
for
know.
the numbers that you haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
off.
Except for the 86 numbers that we haven't checked.
Yeah. Yeah, and I deleted like a third of them. So you wander, you wander out the door. You stumble out the door. However you ambulate. You get outside the door, and
Wait, guys, stop! There's a strange person over to the east. You see him? Out there near the fields.
He's that band member.
Oh.
I play. Oh,
He just went invisible.
he was He was an Oompa Loompa.
All right.
Barney.
So you walk outside and you see, the town's bustling already. Kids are running around, and you see there's like several small children playing on a cart, and you just smile because you remember being young. What a joy it was just to do, something, silly like that. They were jumping off and climbing back on, and then all of a sudden, the ground beneath them and you begins to shake. And this is just in the center of town. And a massive sinkhole opens up and sucks them down into the earth.
Do we have time to like reach out and try to grab, or is it just?
No, it happens too quickly. And as you see this happen, you see a distraught woman from one of the houses. She kind of sprints to the edge of the hole, and she screams.
As do most of us as well.
Yeah, and she gets to the edge of the hole, and it cracks, and she falls into.
At that, I stop about 4 or 5 feet short of the edge,
Okay.
and I signal everybody to stop. We don't know how stable it is. Quick, we need ropes.
got one.
Okay. You hear some people screaming all around, and it alerts most of the town. And you guys are gathering up the ropes, and several of the townsfolk come up, and you see some of the town leaders, Melico, Gailker, and Welver, of their respective businesses. They sort of arrive together, and they're like, leave it to us. We will tend to this matter. And they're both kind of looking, they're all three looking at each other. The children won't be harmed down there for a little while. But no one must go down there. Keep back and keep
What?
calm.
What do you mean? No, what? Wait. What do you mean no one should go down there? Like 4 kids just fell into a giant hole and
Oh,
their
yeah, the
mom
woman.
fell in.
We'll take care of this. Go on about your day.
Who's taking care of it? Are you going down?
Yes, we will tend to them. And they start calling over, like, he calls for a boy, and he sends him off for a rope. Anyone with a ladder?
Oh, how long does my pole get?
How long have you been waiting?
Wait,
It's a,
wait.
It's a
Hold
10-foot ball.
I don't
You
know.
don't know?
Well, I've never measured it. I mean,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I don't know. What does it say?
He said it's a 10-foot.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
I just-
that's right.
I was just checking to see if it was like
Just-
Goku's pull or.
Mm.
Okay.
If it's wide enough, like for the owl to kind of circle and fly down, he's going to make Vigo disappear into that portal and
Oh,
then
yeah.
make him reappear 30 feet down. So he's
Oh,
not
wow.
like swooping in. He just kind of does it stealthily.
So it's like a 10-foot maybe diameter hole in the center of town, but it's crumbling around and getting larger as you see.
Do I believe these guys can actually do what they're saying?
They look a little befuddled, but they seem like they're. I'll put it to you this way: the townsfolk are listening to them, and they're starting to go about their business, except for the mothers of the children who are down there. You know, they're still like biting their nails and standing by, waiting for someone to help them. You hear cries from down in the hole.
And I know they're the people in charge.
Well, you thought Harbrick was in charge, but they're just town elders.
Stand away from the pit so the rocks don't fall on you. We are coming. Don't worry.
All right, then I do what they tell me to do. They're in charge.
Yeah.
So
I'll stand back too, but I'll watch.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I'll
we're all just kind of like, okay, go for it.
Body will stand back too, and we'll begin ritually casting detect magic.
I'm going to
Okay.
I'm
Take
going
you
to
10 minutes to
divine
do that. Yeah.
I'm going to divine sense,
Okay.
which is checking for demons, undead, etc.
Fiends, fowls, and yeah. Well, what was it again? Fiends, fae. No, what was it?
Celestial, fiend, or undead within 60
Why
feet.
can't I read that?
And I'll walk around and look at. I'm checking the elders and I'm looking into the hole.
Mm-hmm. You sense none of that.
Okay.
Yeah, the elders are sort of talking to themselves, and you hear one of them kind of like argue with the other two, and the other two seem to be maybe a little more, I don't know, in charge, and the other one seems a little nervous, and it says, "This is not to be discussed in front of strangers. The Delvers must not be angered. The stones must not be moved." And the one who was sort of, sheepish, kind of nods his head. Right, but the children.
Dane will kind of.
That's okay.
Oh.
We'll make more.
Dane pokes Barrick and was like, "Oh, I think these lads know something about what's down there."
Yeah. Perhaps we should go get Oh my God, you just said his name too.
All right, we will.
Gideon. Perhaps we could go get Gideon.
Welver has. He basically says, I have some ladders back at the shop, and he takes the other two, and he's like, and he turns back to the rest of you. Do not go down that hole. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as soon as they walk a little distance, I just turn. Okay, who's going down the hole first?
We can't. They're in charge. We can't go in the hole.
We can go in the hole.
We can go find Gideon because, as far as I know, he's one of the people in charge as well.
Why don't you go find Gideon?
Sure, I go find Gideon.
Okay, everybody else, as soon as he's gone, let's go down the hole.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
No, I mean it's going to take. I mean this all happened like super fast, so it's
All
just
right.
minute by minute.
Gotcha.
It may not be feasible to do that here now.
I see.
Kids are crying. The woman down there, I've turned my ankle.
We're coming down. Can I like tie a rope to like a structure nearby?
Yeah, absolutely. buildings with poles and porches. You find
I'm gonna-
something sturdy enough to do that.
Yeah.
Where
and
where is this sinkhole? in
Right, dead
relative
center in the
to
town.
Okay, so Gideon's not too far away.
And I'm gonna start to go down.
Yeah, Gideon is down south, so
He's in the 11 area, right?
where is he?
So
Yeah,
Gideon's
22.
here.
Yeah.
The sheriff is not Gideon. Gideon is the Harper's
Oh,
guy.
that's right. Who's the sheriff is what I wanted
Harbert.
to find.
Yeah, but he's out and about
Albert.
doing patrols, so he's not currently in town.
Well, that's who I'm looking for, because that's the guy who's the law in the town.
Well, you know that he's sort of like out of town. He talked to you guys maybe a little bit briefly, and you just know that he's not inside Red Larch currently.
Oh, okay. Then I basically say you guys need to stop this. It's against basically if the people that make the laws here tells you not to do it, you can't break the law.
Right, but he's not a. That's a sheriff, and I'm explaining this while I'm getting the rope ready. They're not sheriffs. They're old people. Okay,
They still,
girl.
they're still in
have-
charge.
They're not in charge. Are they the mayor? No.
They-
Were we ever told that they were the mayors of the town? No. There's a woman down there who's got a broken ankle, and there's kids screaming. Oh, we have to go down there and get them and come back up. We'll say they climbed out themselves.
I can't.
Could you
I
can you keep an eye on my rope?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. All right. Is anybody else coming down with me?
I could. I think I'm a little too stout for these people.
All right. So I'm gonna start to try to descend.
Okay.
Yeah, body will go as well.
There we go.
You may need to make no checks as your body gets close to the edge where the rope it crumbles a little bit, but you're able to climb down. It's
If a monster's about to eat you, give me a shout. I'll go in then.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
My mic was muted, but I was trying to say I'm probably got the fastest climbing speed.
okay.
Oh,
Jasper climbs
Yeah.
over you.
Like I'm trying to climb, and all of a sudden Jasper's just like crawling down my back. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
just right past you. He claws you a little bit, but it's it just
Like-
stings, but not like causes
I could probably
He's
go down the
making-
wall.
He stops a little bit to make some biscuits, and then he just.
damage. Yeah,
It's that one.
he makes a little biscuits on your back and then keeps on going.
Dude,
Oh, nice.
why am I the only one who's taken damage? Did we rest or something? Oh, we leveled up, and I didn't put my hit points up.
Hmm.
Right? Is that
Correct.
Cool.
Yes, and we've
Okay.
had a long rest because we just woke up.
Right.
True.
Okay.
True
Okay, I'm back
that.
to normal. Okay.
So how
Okay.
long does it take us to descend?
No, it's 30 feet, so not long. I mean, you can wrap it
Well,
in your
depends.
arms
Were you using
or
the rope?
gloves, so you can slide down. There's a woman down there. She's turned her ankle. It's definitely swollen, starting to purple a little bit under the joint. The kids are fine. It just like as it caved in, it kind of like built a pile of rubble and dirt.
And it cushioned their
It's kinda
fall.
and it's kind of slid.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The rocks. Stopped my fall. It's good.
Cool.
That's mostly
Can
dirt.
I-
Loose dirt, and they're sort of tending to the woman. Holding next to the woman, I guess.
Can I piggyback a kid up a wall with my
Up the
strength
rope
the way it is?
for sure.
Is the wall too?
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's like
'Cause now
inside
you
of
have
like a jar.
Because now
It
you have
kind
the
of like
gauntlets,
hollows
right?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you look in, maybe I should read that. So, this wide, irregularly shaped cavern has a floor of smooth bedrock, damp dirt, and stone with tree roots protruding here and there. A 5-foot wide tunnel leads to the north, and a stone slab, a door with a rusty pull ring, stands to the east.
Hmm.
By the
Hey,
stone door,
guys,
a
there's
couple
a-
of well-used cloaks and a water skin are on the floor.
There's a door down here. Can I take the rope and on the bottom of it, I guess, kind of make a like a foothold so she can put her other foot in, and then I want to ask Banwin if he can like pull her up as she holds on to the rope.
Oh, I can't shift click anymore.
'Cause I don't
What's
think
going
she's
on?
going to be able to climb. What happened?
What?
So dark.
So
Oh,
you're a human, I suppose, unless
Yeah.
unless you have night vision, you won't be able to see down here.
Okay.
it's interesting.
Can I light a torch?
Yes.
Can I?
Can I light a child on fire?
Yes.
You can
Yeah,
see
it's
the
easier
side
to
burn
by
it
run around,
child
light up the whole
around.
area.
And as he's running around screaming, I will see more of.
Well,
the-
then you beat her and put it out, right? So, but you've seen her and seen what's going on. I kind of like this dark mode. It's nice.
I'm kind of getting used to it. So can you see now, Finn?
Yes.
Ooh, I can see too.
Someone else was. Oh, Banwin, you can see his
Jasper
light.
was down.
Okay.
Banwin is not down there though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Banwin's
okay.
up top.
All right. You'll keep your token down here just for. So
Yeah, so I can
just
see,
for
that's
giggles. Jasper, you can start ferrying kids if you like. It's easy enough for you, given your feline agility.
Yeah, and we'll take the kids as he comes up to the top and
Okay.
dust them
Passes
off.
them off to their mother.
Chuck them back down the hall.
If they have
Okay. Throw him back down.
That's what
if
you
they
get
have
for playing
ser-
on wagons.
if they have serious injuries, I'll do a lay on hands of 1 point.
Yeah, no serious injuries. They're perfectly okay. The woman, on the other hand, though, she's turned her ankle pretty good.
I put up.
Yeah, I wanted to tie off the rope, kind of create like a foothold so she can hold on to the rope, and I want to call
Okay.
up to Banwin and ask him to pull the rope up.
Yep,
All right.
no
So you
problem.
put a
Pull her up.
little hitch in the rope, and then
Yeah.
okay. Nice. All right, easy enough. Easy enough. She's a fair maiden. Doesn't eat well. She's malnourished. You're able to pull her up easily.
Your teeth would look so much better if you ate better food.
She smiles. One of them is dead.
The children? Oh my god.
No. Tooth. And you find yourself in this cavern, and you hear, basically the kids' moms, thanking you, and the woman,
You're welcome.
receiving help, and you helping the woman. The bruising goes away almost instantly as you lay on hands.
Mm-hmm.
And your compatriots are down in the hole.
All right, guys, come on back up before we get in trouble.
Yep. We just gotta. And I kind of whisper, Are we gonna look at that door?
Buddy has already gone over and grabbed the water
Don't-
skin.
Don't
and,
don't open any strange doors down there. You might open a pit to hell. I got it
Where-
on page 64. And I start reading the book down into the hole.
Yeah.
Did somebody hear
We're
something?
not, man. We're not. It's very
Yeah,
sticky.
as you walk
The
away from
floor
the
is
hole, it's just like
sticky.
the voice fades.
It's dark down there.
Body's unstoppered the water skin and is smelling the contents.
No smell.
And he takes a drink.
Water. Fresh water. Though. It's not rancid or stale and you would think if it was old, then it would be deteriorated, but it looks like a fresh water skin.
Ah, most refreshing. Friends, this appears to be recently placed here.
Yeah.
Let's see if it has some ID on it. Maybe it's Chester Copperpots.
And I'll start looking at the cloaks. You said there were cloaks on a peg, right?
Yeah, just common cloaks.
Okay. He takes one.
Okay, sure. It's a black cloak, large, cover
I mean,
up.
is anybody
cover yourself
weirded
up.
out that there's a door right there?
It is unusual.
Say we open it.
And
Um,
just as you guys venture that way, you hear above you the town, the handful or less than a handful of town elders look at Bandwin and say, Where have they gone? They're not down there, are they?
I told them not to.
They went down.
I just said I told them not to.
Oh, and they kind of like peer towards the hole, and it starts to crumble, and they step back.
Watch out.
And they
Don't fall down there.
And they take off again back down the road as a group. And you hear
Is it okay to go down there now?
And they're chittering. No, stay where you are.
Who are you?
And they just ignore you and just keep on walking.
Do I believe they're in charge? Gary, after this kind of weirdness.
Make an insight check.
Yep.
You don't know. You think they might be, but the only people who have told you they're in charge. Oh, in fact, they didn't even tell you they were in charge. They just told you what to do.
Oh, I thought we knew that there was a group of elders that decided stuff in the town.
And I don't think we knew it was them.
Oh.
It was a secret. There was a group.
Oh,
but we
if
don't
I
know
wasn't
who's in
told
the group.
specifically those people were in charge, then whatever. I would have done what I wanted. I thought we already knew about the group of people.
Yeah. I think I was taking that as you heard that they were sort of pulling the strings behind the scenes, like we did in the recap,
okay.
And that maybe Bandwin thought that, well, if that's what they're doing, then maybe they're in charge.
Yeah, because I have a role play thing that I have to stick by. Unfortunately.
No, I like it.
Same.
So
Keep it up.
we go into the door.
Yeah, I'll begin checking out the door.
Yeah.
See if it's locked or trapped, or if there's any writing on it or anything like that.
I will arm up. I got my sword and shield out.
Okay.
And I kind of call up and I go,
Monster.
I just say, Bandwin, if the old people come, tell them that we went to go get help.
Oh no, they went to go get somebody. They weren't too happy you were down there. I told them I told you to stop.
That's good. Do you want to come down?
No, I can't. They told
That's
us
right.
not to.
Sorry. That's right.
They're in charge.
That's right, buddy. Okay, you keep an eye on up there.
You do realize that I'm like a constable and I can't break the law, right?
I know. You're doing great.
But if you get attacked by a monster, I can go down there.
I will scream.
Okay. And I'm literally Gary. I'm literally want to go down there so bad. I'm like, I got the rope and I'm ready to just like rappel like a freaking Navy SEAL down into the freaking hole as soon as they go. Help me! And we're like, all right, that trumps it. I'm out of here.
Right? It's ready to fast rope down to the hole. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, gotcha. So body knock. You said you checked the door. Do you want to check for traps, or how do you want to do this?
Look how pretty white that door is.
I don't hear you if you're saying anything.
Shit. Yeah. If it's locked or any traps or if there's any writing nearby.
Apparently he was swearing the
anything
whole
like that.
time.
Nope. Just a big, massive stone door. You can check for traps if you like. You can make it.
Yeah, I'll check for traps.
Oh, that's right. I was like,
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check. Investigation or...
Investigation.
Ooh.
It's fine. No traps.
All right. Do I see a means of opening the door? Does it have like a handle or anything?
It does not have a handle, but you can tell like the grimy part of it would be right where you would push, just above waist level on the right.
It looked like a door.
Okay, so it's okay.
Need help?
What's on? I'm not sure if I can open this one by myself.
I'll help. And so I'm going to
It's
help.
you.
him
It's
try to
maybe
push
above
it
your
open.
head. It's about halfway up the door. All right, so you push the door. It is heavy, but it
I'm also
swings
very
pretty
weak.
easily. Okay. It swings pretty easily. It's on oiled hinges,
Oh, cool.
and it just opens right open. And you can't see through that, so let me fix that. I can, but you can't.
Do I have the wand, the wand of magic missiles on me? Or did
You
we put
should.
it?
I mean,
Yes.
I think we all
Look
agreed.
at you
that,
getting
that-
all
gave
the
it to
magic
you.
items.
I think we all agreed that you can have it.
All right. Yeah, no one else wanted it. I'll take it.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
Well,
Arm wrestle.
yeah, right.
it's cool.
No, for real, if you want it.
No, it's cool.
All right.
Feldane's going about this strange ancient map that he's been trying to investigate, and he's like, perhaps this maybe lead or give clues or do something. Let me go. Hey, Barrick, I'm gonna head down. This might be part of this map I've been looking for.
Okay. Barrick, what are you doing up there? You kind of poking up the other.
I'm just
Dagger.
looking up this tunnel. I'm just like, hey, there's another passage over here, guys.
He's a dwarf. He likes holes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna go digging a hole.
Diggy hole.
Abby.
Yeah, it does go off to the north, and it's also you notice. I make a perception check, Barrick. Okay.
19.
All right. So you do notice that it's well trodden. There's definitely a path that comes to and from that hallway to the north that leads directly to the door that everyone's about to go into.
I'll let everybody know.
So can I see down that hall now that we've opened the door?
Yeah.
What
Can
does
you-
the
can you
hallway
see-
look like? Yeah, I can see like the first,
Oh, okay. Well,
probably
you,
5, 10, 15.
it's as far as you can see with a torch, human.
Okay, but can I look at? Yeah, no, that's fine. But like, what I mean is like, what do the walls look like? What does the floor look like? For what I can see.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that. So the tunnel levels. Let's see here. Basically, the stores, the floors are quarried stone, and it's flatter and not rough. It's certainly someone put those there, man-made or dwarven-made.
Can I want to kind of shout back to Banwin and Barrack and in Dwarvish go, did your kind do this? Kind of pointing to the floor and the kind of walls and stuff. Like, does it look Dwarvish is, I guess, my question.
Let me check the masonry.
Okay.
Come up and take a look. Use my dwarven eyes
Okay.
and intellect.
Make a history check, I guess.
12.
12. Okay. Yeah, I think with the
How'd you get-
knowledge of so your map is
Did you get advantage?
Yeah, he said 12.
Oh, okay, got my bad.
this is definitely dwarven craftsmanship. I don't think that you need even to roll to recognize the craftsmanship as dwarven, but it's definitely related to some of the findings, some of the work that and research that you've done on the map that you have.
Yeah.
Aye. It's definitely dwarven. It's not something I've seen lately, though.
All right. I'll start to go through the hall into the hall.
Okay.
And
When is
I'm
the
sorry, go ahead.
trap trigger? Let's see here. Oh, sorry.
I would like to use stealth if possible.
Okay. Oh wow, that's all you can see. Okay, very stealthy.
And I'm gonna try to go another like 20 feet.
You know what I don't like about the way they do the dynamic lighting on this is it's all one or none. They like do it all in one shot. You can't just do. If you delete the dynamic lighting in different sections, you can see each section as you go. It's all good.
I'm just starting to make out what's at the end of this hall, and I'm very afraid. So I'm just letting everybody know that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So I can read you this. You've gotten there. So 60 feet or so beyond the stone door, the tunnel levels out. 2 stone reliefs of stern dwarves in chainmail and carrying battle axes face each other across the tunnel. The carvings stand out from the passage walls, and they have gaps around them, so they could be doors. The passage continues past them.
You guys got to see this.
I'll stealth up.
And I kind of explained what I'm seeing with the carvings and the doors. And I'll move another 20 feet closer.
Okay.
Your body will stealth up. He may or may not be as stealthy as he thinks he is, but
Okay. Go ahead.
This is fantastic.
All right.
I forgot to cover my bell when I did it.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. So the plinths or stone reliefs also seem like doors, and behind them you can just peer behind, and then straight ahead a hallway that extends straight off to the east.
Looks like the hallway goes further, and there's kind of, I think, 2 hallways that these pillars are blocking. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to end it?
Definitely want to keep going.
Keep going, of course.
Okay.
Brother, I've got good feeling that these are the ruins I've been looking for.
Jeez. Oh, that's a sleight of hand.
Excellent.
Sorry. Right, I'm gonna go another like
Whoa.
30.
All right, hang on just a sec. Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yay!
quick, let's explore the whole dungeon.
Yeah.
Everybody forward!
Awkward silence.
I just feel bad that Banwin's up there, but I understand why he's up
Yeah.
I don't.
there. He's got a code, bro.
Those
gotta-
Tormites.
You're trespassing, apparently.
Those Tormites.
I don't think it's trespassing. Because technically,
You're Paladin of Torm, right?
it's not owned by anyone.
I am. Yeah, I think I am. I don't remember which one.
Okay.
You're Helm, right?
Yep.
Then I'm Torm. Yep.
If you're in a field, you're not trespassing unless someone owns the field.
Someone always owns the field.
I'm really glad those are pillars. At first, when I was just making them out, I was like, oh god, those are something that's going to shoot fire at me. I was like, oh god, I'm having a flashback to Jolt.
Day's not over, Chris.
I know. There's always time for fire. I don't know, if we get much deeper, we might have to do like a whole game of telephone to ask Banwin
Yeah,
for
right.
help.
Oh no, you're lawbreakers. I'm gonna have to bring you to jail.
Hello?
No. We're all deputized. We
Yeah, but if we're deputized. How would that
We
work?
weren't deputized though. I asked
we
if we could be, and he didn't do it.
Oh, I thought we were.
Oh, I thought we
No.
were.
Well, I totally took it as
No.
that. Now I think I'm deputized. So
Actually, yeah, Gary, were we deputized by
Yeah, unofficially, sure.
Hard.
unofficially?
still
Yeah,
deputized.
he asked you to help him out with certain things around town.
Where they go? That's entrapment, I guess. So
Yeah, you got to tell me. You got to tell
Yeah.
me if you're a cop.
I mean, it's up to you to sort of interpret how that works.
Oh yeah, no. If they're in charge and they tell me not to do something, I don't do it. End of story. So
Well, I mean, it's up to you. Up to you. So, all that you know is Harburg is the constable, and no one else has told you otherwise.
oh, okay.
I know it's a little.
I keep
maybe
look-
I can see Banwin's a little confused. Like,
Yeah, I'm fighting it. Like, they could be in danger. It's,
I hear the woman
it's
too.
just-
She's like,
it's just
Harburg.
I obey the law even if it causes misery, but it's like the only misery that's being caused right now is the misery to me. And I'm like, God, I want to go down there so bad.
So would I be able to go another 20 feet?
Yes, my apologies. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. You see what you see. The hallway continues off to the east, let's say. You can see what you see. So you got the torch out in front of you. What do you have? Like what weapon do you have in your?
I have the torch in my hand, and in my offhand, I still have my bow.
Okay.
Because my plan would be just to drop the torch on the ground and just start firing.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
so Gary, I start talking. I'm assuming there's still some people around,
Yeah.
kind of like looking at the hole and stuff like that. And I've been kind of doing my duty to make sure people don't get too close and they don't fall in. All right. And
Nothing to see.
so
here.
like, yeah. So I go also. So I'm also like talking to like the lady or whatever, or a guy there, and I'm like, I should probably go get them and get them out of the hole, right? Because they didn't want them in the hole, and so I should go get them to get out, right? And I'm trying to rationalize to this guy, and and he's probably just looking at me like eating like a corn dog, going,
Yeah, he's like brushing like the girls, one of the girls that fell down. He's like dirty and like scraped up, and he just. Why wouldn't you help them? Go down there.
well, weren't those guys in charge? Those old guys that were saying they got it and stuff with the things?
Do you see them down there?
No.
He's gonna yell at, "Oi, look ahead! Harbuck put us in charge of checking out this town and help keeping it safe. We gotta find out what's causing this hole."
Yeah, but you guys gotta get. I start going down the rope. I'm like, you guys gotta really follow the rules, right? Rules are important. Well, this society, and I'm going down and like society will descend into chaos without rules. And I climb down in there.
As you descend the rope, society descends into chaos. Okay. All right. Bandwin has. You can catch up if you want.
Sure.
You guys are sort of at this intersection, this plus intersection. It leads off to the north, to the south, and to the east. To the
I'm gonna
north.
go another. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was going to say just to the north and in the south, they're a little more rough hewn. The walls, that is. The floors are still nice. But to the east, it just seems like pristinely cut.
I'm gonna go another 20 feet if I can.
Okay.
Do I recognize either of these dwarves, the statues, or are they just generic?
Generic dwarves.
Make a history check.
I would be checking out these dwarven statues for the ruins and.
So you know quite a bit about the dwarves, and you've seen plenty of drawings, but these are just generic dwarves.
Okay.
Guys, come on, man. We really need to get out of here. They don't want us down here. And who knows? This could be somebody's basement.
Let me see what Finn can see. Control L.
What? I just kind of look back, kind of mildly hearing that basement comment.
So you're holding your torch out in front of you. I don't know if Finn is left-handed or right,
Yeah.
whichever.
Left-handed.
And you
Can
don't
anyone cast light?
hold the bow in.
Yes. You like it
Okay.
on your shield?
Yes, please.
Hi. Give me that shiny bottle cap here. And you cast light on the shield.
All right, let me give you some vision. It's 20 bright, 20 light. I think that's right.
Yeah, 2020.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's just Barrick.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It looked like a monster. No offense. It looked like a
What the hell is
monster.
going on back there? It's lit up like a festive tree.
Oh, I really think we should check the side hallways before we go any farther.
Yeah, so basically, there's no need to really like make stealth rolls with all the chit chat.
Noise and
And the torches.
the amount of talking that we're doing and
Right.
torches.
Why are we
All right.
needing to be quiet? Did you guys see
I'm
something?
gonna walk another 20 feet and just see what I find.
Okay, go for it. You see, I think you can see from there. Let's say that you do.
Okay.
It's always long hallways. Why are they always so long?
Easily
You see at
defensible.
the end of the hallway what appears to be another partially ajar stone door.
Do these doors, Gary? Do these doors close?
Yeah, there's one way to find out.
I closed one. I closed the north one.
Yeah, it swings open. It's on well-oiled or greased axles. They're heavy, but they move. They're clear of the floor. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
I look over at Barrick. These are your people? Your people do good work.
Hi.
God, that's so racist.
I kind of shout back to everybody that there's
compliment.
another door up ahead.
So I shut the north door. Is there a latching mechanism or any way to lock it?
No, but it just sort of, it sits just in place where it seems almost flush with the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
For dwarves, that's like the most obvious door.
I'll go 30 feet.
Another what? You kind of went robot
Another
voice.
30.
Okay.
30 feet.
Okay.
What are you doing down there?
Just looking.
What do the rest of you want to do?
I'm following Fen with body knock.
Same here.
Like we're loosely behind as well.
I think we're just guarding these two entrances to our rear.
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
All right.
Feldane's looking at Bandwin, telling him he's butchered his face yesterday when he shaved all that hair off.
Okay.
I can't believe you'd do something like that.
So what happens is this. You hear a lever pull and a...
Did we hear a lever or a lever?
Yes. Mhm. Exactly. Smartass. You hear a lever pull and a cage drops just as Barrick walks through. Let's see.
He is not an animal.
Huh.
And here. And it blocks the way. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Am I in the cage or did I go past it?
No, you went past. You were where you were. It just barely, just like you feel it just like ruffle the back of your clothes as it clanks down behind you.
I can't be surprised.
Okay, you're not surprised.
Ben, look at you.
Hey.
Okay.
I still got you, buddy, though.
Damn, that's
Gotcha.
2 people with crits on initiative.
Look at us. We're super speedy, except for Jasper.
Shut up.
Those feline reflexes.
Jasper's pacing.
I know, right?
Pacing himself.
Look at him go. Snail.
Drunk cat.
Even Feldane's owl got faster than him.
I had just dipped into my catnip, is what it was.
Yeah. I feel great.
It looks like Chew. Just a big like ball underneath underneath his lip.
No, I've got an endless flask. I am probably drunk constantly.
Yeah, let's add drunk to this. Good call.
So I got the turn order out.
Yeah, and didn't come out till after the rolls.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Is it just maybe clear
Lagging?
because lag?
Had some trouble with that last week too, right?
Yeah, it did one time, I think.
It was slow. It wasn't this slow.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
Slow.
Cause roll 20.
Try turning
Oh,
off
there
your
it
turn
goes.
order back on.
Hey.
There it is.
All right.
That's what happens in dark mode.
Yep. Left in the
I
dark.
blame Putin.
Pudding. Ben
For some
Ben.
reason, I'm not on there, but I'll put myself on there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Is that where you were? No, you were at 20. No, you were way higher than that.
20.13.
Oh,
that's
okay, you
better.
got it. Okay, thank you. Excellent. All right, so Bandwin, you see these two huge iron cages fall. And Barrick's just like had walked in, it's like creeping up. And one falls behind, I guess maybe like to the farthest to the west. Can you see the blue squares that I drew? Or
We can.
okay.
Yeah.
So, and then that one fell first to the left, and then the one directly behind Barrick fell, nearly clipping him in the back of the head as he passes.
Look out!
And then this door up here shuts to the east, and you hear a bolt.
Boo.
All right, Banwin, your turn.
Do I see anything down the hallways? I open this door again.
You see what you see, just a hallway.
Okay. I don't see anything, guys. There's nothing coming down the hallways here. Just those cages that fell from the sky.
Same thing
Well, that's
north.
not-
It just looks like just hallway. It bends before you can see the end of it.
I don't know if we hit a trap.
Yeah. Can you? I walk over to the cage, and am I able to move it?
Try and make a strength check. You pick it up a little bit, but it only comes a couple of inches. You think that maybe if you got a little better grip on it or a little more leverage, you might be able to lift it enough for one person to squeeze out.
Okay.
Very heavy.
Oh man, that stuff's heavy.
Yeah. Watch your hernia. Finn, I think it's your turn, I guess.
All right.
Oh my god.
And in front of me, am I seeing anything, or just the door right here, right now?
The door is shut. There's you see two eyes. There's like a slit in the door, and you see two eyes peering out through the slit.
Oh,
Okay, that's creepy.
sharpshooter.
All right, I'm gonna move down here. I do see something right here.
Mhm.
I'd be able to take. I can take a shot with the sharpshooter.
Well, he's pulled the door shut.
Oh, it's
so
pulled
sort of
shut.
a little-
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little misleading there.
Okay, got
So
it.
he's pulled
All
the
right.
door shut, and you hear something clack, but it may have just been the eyepiece. So he just like looks. He's looking through the eyepiece.
Okay, so
Flat.
if that's the case, and I can't kind of do anything, I think I would probably run back to the cage just to see what is kind of going on.
Okay.
So I'll stand back here, and if I can't save an action, until I can see an adversary or an enemy coming, and then I would use my bow.
Okay. All right. You can see the eyeballs of one, but nothing
Okay.
yet. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, but would I be able to make a shot to hit him?
You could
through,
try. You definitely have disadvantage. and he'd have basically lots of cover.
All right, hold on.
It's like you're putting one through a mail slot.
Okay. Even with sharpshooter?
Yeah, even with sharpshooter.
Okay.
Basically,
Got
it's a sharpshooter. There's like, it says it avoids
Get
cover, but basically he can't really be targeted.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I'll go back and I'll hold an action until I can actually see an actual target rather than an eye.
Okay, Barrett.
I'm gonna search around the ground where I was just walking because I figured I tripped over something to make these things fall.
You look on the ground, you see nothing. Anywhere else you look?
No, I was just checking the ground because I figured I tripped over something and made them fall.
Yeah, you look at your feet. You've not stubbed your toes. Everything seems to be in place. You don't see any tripwires or anything that would trigger that sort of trap.
That's all I do.
Body knock.
All right. I will move back while simultaneously casting Minor Illusion to leave an image of myself where I was.
Okay. Okay. Feldane.
Feldane's
We
gonna
lost Sean.
talk to Vigo and tell him, Vigo, fly up behind us and come back. Tell me if something's coming. And Feldane's gonna walk up and look at help Bandwin. Let me give you a little help. And he's gonna join Bandwin and try and pick the cage up. Somebody trip the switch. Turn it back. Turn it back. And so he spends his turn doing that. And the Vigo's gonna fly just back out to the courtyard and come back.
Okay. Okay. Make a. Well, I guess you want to help him try to lift the cage on his turn?
Yeah. So he'll do the help action.
Okay. Jasper.
Okay. I
You
should have
do
measured
not
this.
like the looks of this. The walls are closing in.
Did you say the walls are closing in? I didn't know they were doing that.
No.
Yeah.
It's just you don't like the idea of being caged
Yeah.
in.
Really, the smaller the area gets, the more comfortable I am.
Oh,
I was looking for a tiny box to sit in.
that's my idea. I like portray that. Idea. I don't know why. My bad.
All right. I am seeing the cages dropping behind me and all that. I'm going to rage and run at the door
Okay.
and start trying to yank it open.
Nice.
Oh, I can hear someone trying to talk or something. It's really quiet though.
You see the ice slot close, and make a strength check.
All
Try to
right.
pull the door open.
I just want to see something. I think rage gives me advantage on strength checks. Yes.
It does,
Yep.
yeah.
Right on. Jason likes advantage. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
yes. The guy's strong, but not
Yeah,
as
he
strong
is.
as you. And you jerk the door open, and he reels back, and he looks a little dumbfounded, and he pulls a mace from his hip.
Oh, I guess I had to put my shield and sword down to do that, by the way.
Okay,
So those are probably on the ground next to me.
gotcha. You could stow those on the way, or whichever. It's a moot point, really.
No.
The thug will pull the door to. Actually, make a opposed athletics check to see. He'll try to pull it back shut.
Athletics.
You're raging, so or just strength. Or sorry, just strength check.
Just strength?
Yeah,
Right.
ability strength.
Oh, come. So, like, I got the door open, and as soon as it was open, I started to grab my stuff. So,
Oh, a tie.
no way!
Wow.
Let's reroll.
So no change.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're fighting over the door. Let's reroll one more time, just for the fun of it.
Titan versus a Titan.
It's probably not how it works, but let's do it.
Works for me.
Ah, okay. So he's unable to pull it shut again, and that's sort of his turn.
My door.
Trying to get it. And he reaches over and he tries to pull the handle, but he can't because he's trying to pull the door. You see he's like reaching for something inside the room, but he's trying to get the door shut. Can't do it, and that's his turn. Bandwin.
Okay. So what did I miss?
Then walked up and he's giving you the help action to lift this cage.
Okay. I will lift the cage up.
Okay, do so with advantage.
Athletics advantage.
Okay.
Sweet.
You needed a 15. You can lift the cage up enough to allow one person out or one person in.
I don't think we're going to get it back locked in place.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the idea that it's...
Is it all the way to the ceiling? Can we?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot tall cage. You lift it up maybe like a foot and change.
Are the statues movable? Like, can we put one under or prop it?
It's not a statue. It's on the door.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a...
Bas
It's a
relief.
relief.
engraving.
Bas relief.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Several, half a ton maybe.
I mean, if you go in and then we lift again and then I go.
What I need.
Okay.
I'm not going.
All right. Well, that's our turn, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, that tickled me. Finn.
I'm gonna run back to help Jasper, so 30 feet, and I'll use the rest of my action for another 30 feet of movement.
Oh, you know what? He pulled the door open. I forgot to give you your held move. You did say you'd held
It doesn't.
until you saw.
It doesn't even matter because I can't see anything with the. I can't see
okay.
anything past 20 feet, so I wouldn't have even seen whatever happened.
Okay, fair.
But I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm gonna run to the door to help Jasper, just because I'm assuming I can hear him kind of struggling with something. So I'll use my action to dash for the rest of the distance.
Okay.
And I'm at the door with Jasper.
All right. There's a fight over the door. Barrick.
There's a fight over the door, hey.
Seems to be.
I'll start moving that way.
Okay.
And I guess I can kind of see that guy, so I assume I can see him.
Yeah, I think that it'd be a tough shot. He's going to have a little cover if you're making a ranged attack, but sure. Okay, deck save. Ah, he makes it.
That's it for me.
Duck out of the way. Body.
I want to search the walls and stuff, see if I can find a lever or some sort of mechanism to lift the cage where I am.
All right, just the walls?
Can I look at more than the walls on an action?
Sure, you've got 6 seconds.
Okay, I'll check the walls, the ceiling, and the floor.
Okay. So the ceiling consists of a square stone
The ceiling
panels.
might be out of my reach, I guess.
Right. But you can visualize this.
All right.
And the panels are 10 by 10, and they match perfectly to the floor. And you see rusty iron frames surrounding each panel that has not yet descended. The panels are suspended about several inches from one another. Basically, there's a whole row of cages throughout the whole length of this hallway. But you do not find a lever.
Okay. Friends, I don't see any mechanism to reverse these cages, but there seem to be a whole row of cages in the ceiling. We should be very careful. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. That's good, though. Feldane. Now you know.
Well, Bandwin, we're not doing much out here, and we're trapped, and we can't go further. Let's look back, see if we can find a way around. I'm going to kind of explore.
It says
down
here in the
hallway.
book never to split the party.
That's the DMG, yeah.
So he's
Which
gonna
way do you want
kinda
to go?
sprint down this way, 50.
Okay.
Oh, it curves that way.
Okay. Yeah, it keeps on going and curves up again to the right. But you
Okay.
discover nothing there.
Yep. That
Okay.
was double move, so that's my turn.
Jasper.
Okay. With one hand on the door and imposing my body between the door and the jam, I will extend my wand of magic missile right at his face
Oh, shit. Okay.
and expend 3 charges.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a lot of charges.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Or rage damage.
Right. I don't think the rage damage counts, but
Mm-mm.
that would be
No.
cool.
That's 9 damage.
Yeah, and if you did
Matt.
charges, you can do 2 more missiles.
Yeah.
If you did 3 charges,
1 charge gives you 3. Right?
Really?
Yeah. And if you use second and third charge, you get 1 extra each.
Right.
Oh.
Because you're casting it casts it at 3rd level that way.
Okay. So,
Yeah, 3rd level.
so 2 more shots.
Yes.
Yes.
Bitchin'. 13, 16.
All right. So
Nice.
7 more. Okay. Nice. All right.
I better lit it up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. His head cracks back and it just lights his face up.
It's like a Roman candle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and he's just holding the door, and you can feel it just release a little bit, and you feel the door let go, and then on his turn, he lunges up to this way. Oh, whoa. He lunges down to the south and pulls the lever, and it tries to fall on Barrick. Barrick, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw if you want to try to avoid being captured.
If I know Barrick, he is 1 person light on his feet.
Wait, what was that?
Dex save.
Called you gay.
Oh, deck save. Yeah.
Dex save.
That's just because you have an eye for fashion.
You make. All right, so you must roll backwards to avoid being captured, or roll forwards and be captured in the other. There we go.
Wow.
You're still sort of captured. But that's
I'll
the
join
thugs
body.
go. Yeah, you guys are chilling between the pages. That's his go. He will try to retreat back. Oh, fuck. What the hell? God damn it. All right, sorry. Delete. Okay. He will move. These are small squares. There. And Bandwin, it is your turn.
Guys, I better go after him to make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
10, 15, 20.
Go!
Okay, you
10,
catch up to
20,
Feldane.
30.
Sure.
Yeah.
And dash a little past. Okay. Finn. Sorry.
Oh, go take a look, you lanky bastard.
You and your long legs.
Yeah, you have one of those.
So is this door open that's in front of me? Because right now it's just a partial.
Yeah, let me, thank you. Let me,
It's a jar.
bam.
Pickles?
Okay.
Mm,
So we can see inside of it.
I
Okay.
like pickles. Yes. The door, you push it open now.
All right, I'm gonna
Except
take
that
a
it's trapped.
step through,
All right.
and I'm gonna take I'm gonna drop a torch and
Got it.
take a shot at this dude.
Okay. He's got a little cover, but it does not count. Sharpshooter. You're able to lean over,
Let's try that.
just so.
Do this. Oh fuck! Totally just just whiff on it. God damn the arrows!
You gotta shoot through the door, and you shoot the door.
Hmm. Yeah, he ducks behind the stone. Ding, ding, ding. Clinks off the stone. There you are.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll stay where I am for now.
Barrick. You've nearly been hit by a cage twice.
Now, how tall are these cages and how high is the roof?
They fill the entire room. The cages are 10 feet tall.
Okay. I am going to charge at the ones behind me and see if I can push them.
Okay. Make a strength check. You bounce off.
Aw.
That didn't work.
It's like a pine tree. It just nope.
That's it for me.
Body.
All right.
By the way, Finn, inside you see several levers on either side of the door. Some say up, some
Okay.
say down. Well, they're all the same levers. The above the levers say up, below the levers say down. 4 of which are pointed in the down position. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eden.
A
Are you able to
frostbite.
hear him?
Can you hear me, Gary?
No, I can.
What the? I
can
did
hear you
nothing.
now.
We could hear you the whole time.
Oh,
That's weird. Anyway, I will hold a frostbite
okay.
cantrip for when an enemy enters its range and I am in my line of sight.
Okay. The range is what?
60 feet.
Gotcha. Okay. Remind me, please. Feldane.
So they'd have to come like right to the door, basically.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oop, 5 feet too far. And Feldane will double move and make it there. But he will start to slow down.
Okay.
And he's going to put his arms out and kind of tell Bandwin, shh. Kind of like, slow down, don't go.
Make a perception check, Feldane.
And
Seems quiet ahead. Jasper.
a little too quiet. Alright.
I will stow the wand and pull my sword back out. And I'm gonna have to use my extra move again. Alright. There goes feline agility. And I'll two-hand him since I don't have my shield out.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have reckless attack now. Draws side all concerned for defense. Advantage. Cool. Okay. I will reckless.
All right, do it.
Two-hand. Haha. 12.
12 will hit.
Ooh.
Just leather armor here, this guy.
13.
Oh.
Wow.
You savage.
That's how I do.
Yeah.
Can I use this every time?
He's still up, but he's looking at just like all the like cuts and gashes on him. Some are deeper than he thought would be. And
He will
scared.
get advantage on me on the next turn, it looks like.
Right. Okay.
Melee wise.
And he will try to swing at you.
Okay.
First time he's been able to attack, I think, actually. He gets 2 of these with advantage, a 19.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
And
I'll take half of that.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it.
And the second attack.
Second
13.
attack, I am at 15 because I have no shield, so
He
yeah,
misses.
still okay. Good.
Yeah, he's he's getting pale because of the blood loss. Bandwin.
I attempt to stealth towards him.
Okay. Like actual stealth, half speed stealth, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have to do that. Actually, am I
Okay.
in heavy armor? Is chainmail heavy armor?
yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have disadvantage. So
So screw it.
Nice.
sneak.
Chink,
Don't
chink,
be-
chink. What do you say? Feldane looks at you like, holds both of his hands up like, what the?
I just moved to the corner there, and then I hold an action to do something.
Which? What?
I don't know. Pick
Well,
my
you
nose.
gotta kind of declare that. All right, pick your nose. Perfect. Finn.
All right. Finn is gonna see Jasper attacking. Come down here.
Ooh, nice
Aim
shot.
his bow. And take a shot. Does a 12 hit?
12 hits, and yeah, you pin him through his chest, and he falls back dead.
Kill thief.
I look at Jasper. I'm like, I didn't. We got to get these. I think we got to pull the levers up.
I'm not here to pull levers.
What? What's that mean?
So levers 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are down. The other ones are pointed in the up position.
Okay. Do I have to wait for my next turn to start pulling them up?
No, we can.
I jump over and start pushing them all down.
What are you doing? You're gonna hit somebody with it.
It's like a feather. So you lift them up, and all the cages lift. Woohoo! Except the ones.
And I
Jasper
kind of
passed
shout, "Hey guys, we got the cages back up."
Do we hear that?
down. Yeah, you.
You're like 7 miles away.
You guys no, no, absolutely not.
Orc have anything cool on him? Oh, we're still initiative. Never mind.
I think we're done. Actually, yeah. Thank you. Let's. Kind of dig.
Probably not if I killed him so easily.
I dig the darkness, but it's a little. I'll take some getting used to.
I like the character sheet in this dark mode.
I think they just need to work on the letter colors or font colors. Anyhow, yeah, so the cages are lifted. But you guys don't know that. So, Phil Dane.
Phil Dane says, "Oh, this doesn't curve it around like I thought. It goes the opposite direction. Let's try the other direction." And he starts backing.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Yeah.
He doesn't know that.
I mean, I was looking for this to come around to the
It may
back.
still. You don't know.
Well, it doesn't right now. And so he's like, I thought this would just curve around to the back, but it doesn't.
Okay.
So he starts heading backwards.
All right.
And
shrugs and just starts walking after him.
Feldane says to Bandwin, I was like, I think somebody's down there. It's a little too quiet.
I couldn't tell.
Okay. Who's next? Let's do Barrick and Buddy.
Probably should just kept initiative up.
Yeah. Too late.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
Yeah, Bobby will just start moving towards the front.
Okay.
Same.
Hey, Body, we killed somebody, and I think we found the levers for these for the cages.
Okay. Barrick, do you call back to Feldane and Vanwin, or what do you do?
I forgot they were even over there. I just walked over here.
All right. All right. Banwin Feldane.
You think they're dead? I don't hear anything.
Shh. Let's go back. Let's go back to the door.
Whoops, sorry.
Are the cages no longer there?
They're no longer there. You see them not.
Hey, the cages are gone. I can see the light down there. So we should probably get going.
All right. Okay. Well, fine. Do it that way. You guys make your way back.
What do you want? I mean, I'll stop wherever you want me to.
No. You're fine. Unless Jasper wants to drop the cage.
Or body not.
Jasper, did you find anything on that guy?
Blood.
Thinking about it.
No. So you make your way through, and there is nothing on him. He's penniless. Copperless.
Yeah, we leave you for like 5 seconds and you kill some guy?
That guy was dropping the cages on us.
Well, we're trespassing in their basement.
What?
Well, you don't know.
Fen killed him.
Look at Jasper. Look at Ben.
It was him.
I did not. I did not intentionally try to kill him. I shot an arrow into his
you
shoulder.
fire arrows the size of broomsticks.
He jumped into the arrow.
I tried to push him out of the way with my sword.
You should pray to Torm and see if he'll come back.
Mm.
Well, I mean, did he attack you first?
Of course.
Yes.
You gather he was the one dropping the cages on you.
It was, yeah. Like, look at all the levers. The levers is the one who was dropping cages. And then he attacked Jasper when Jasper tried to get him to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was going to kill Jasper. So I had no choice but to shoot an arrow into his shoulder, which accidentally went into his chest.
Yes. Yes, that is good. Yes.
He also has a tattoo on his throat that says, "I hate Torm."
Oh.
This guy obviously found his way to the afterlife, to where he
have
belongs.
images of Bandwin just starting to kick the shit out of the corpse. You deserved it.
Oh, I don't even attempt to bury him.
Oh.
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
I wonder if he has any other tattoos. Start taking off his clothes.
Oh.
That's an odd place to put a mom tattoo.
It's Ben Roethlisberger on his wiener. It's strange, but
It's only initials, though.
No, no,
All
just
right. But so nothing else
yeah.
to see in the room. Oh, so wait, did I say that? So yeah, that's it. And the door off to the east, obviously.
All right.
What about the other two hallways? There could be people coming up. Maybe we should drop the cages to keep people from coming from behind us.
Yeah! Chunk, 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 chunk.
Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. Guess we didn't need to discuss.
There is something working in that empty head of yours.
That's a good point. So yeah, I guess we'll drop the cages. So some of the cages, at least, in the hallway, so no one can get behind us.
Yeah.
Is there like
Philbane looks
14 levers on the wall? Is that what
8.
that is?
surprisingly impressed at Bandwin.
9. Let's say 8.
Yeah, and then close the door because we can look through with the eye slit if there's anyone.
I can't count.
Indeed.
10 cages.
Well, how far back
Quite-
can we see?
Is this
Quite
a pile-
smart.
Is this just a pile of rocks?
Quite smart, young man.
No, they call it wise, I guess. I'm not very smart.
No, that was a good idea. I didn't think of it. That's a smart, very tactical move.
I am learning. It says so right here in the book.
Yes.
Does it literally say "I am learning"?
No, it says you will learn as you go right here. See,
Oh,
like in the first
okay.
3 pages.
All right. Does someone want to check that door to see if there's any traps?
Sure. I open the door.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Fucking doors.
You hear muttering behind it.
There's someone on the other side that doesn't want us to come in.
There's more than one on the other side. You hear several voices.
They sound angry.
They're trying to whisper and be quiet.
They sound
Trying to open the
They're-
door.
they're angry whispering.
We're gonna fucking kill him.
Whispering "do not make a sound" is making a sound.
They said, and I do say this very loud. They said they're going to kill us, and I'm really scared.
They're scared. I think they can hear us.
We're gonna everybody just put your weapons down, and we'll just give up and let them kill us. Okay, everybody do that. And I bring up my shield and hold up my my mace and get ready for someone to open the door.
Yeah,
This is gonna
same.
be easy.
I'll
As soon as they come
I'll
in.
equip my shield. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I back up and I attempt to smash through the door.
Okay. 1 foot thick stone door.
Oh, I rethink that, and I realize that's unwise. Stone and my body don't go well together, so I will then decline doing that.
Okay. If you want to get ready, I can whip the door open real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let me get over here.
I'm
and you
ready
go
to
over there.
surrender and let them kill me. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
What the hell's
All right,
wrong with
all
that
right.
guy?
So yeah, I'll do that. Oh, nice.
The door's locked, I thought.
I don't know. He said they're going to let us in, so I was
Oh,
going to
okay.
try it again.
No.
Oh, was that sarcasm?
Yeah, they said as soon as they come in. If they come in.
Oh, okay. And no keys on that orc, huh?
No.
Are any of these rocks hide keys?
the big giant one.
Yeah.
One of them is a speaker, but not a key holder.
Oh yeah, what is this thing in the middle? Is that a table or is it a pillar?
It's another statue of a dwarf.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
dwarves in this place. Did anybody know about dwarves being living here?
Make an investigation
guy
check
is
if
in
you're
a-
trying to unlock it, Jasper.
What do you mean?
What check?
This guy isn't a dwarf, and I
Investigation.
kicked the body on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, well, dwarfs might have built it hundreds of years ago.
Body will aid Jasper.
Okay.
I think these are the runes. I was
So
looking
roll with an advantage. Avantage.
All right. Do you want me to put advantage on or just roll one more time?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll just roll one more time.
What ruins are you looking for, Felden?
There used to be an ancient dwarven kingdom
carrying up
here, Basil. I think this may be it.
Well,
It
at
was
least we
long
got the
forgotten.
dwarven right.
Hey. It was long forgotten, but I've had this map and I haven't been able to find it. I think it's just buried under this town.
Okay. Investigation. Let's see.
I wonder how they're gonna. Maybe they can make that into a
16. Best roll.
into a tourist trap or something. Literally, the sinkhole in the center of town.
Yeah, you do see that there is a keyhole next to the door into the wall, but you don't see any key or anything like that might open it.
I'm gonna knock on the door and
What?
say, "Excuse me, do you know if there's a key on this side of the door?"
Check the body. Did we check the body for it?
Yeah, I looked. He didn't have anything.
Oh, talking to us directly. Shh, quiet. Get ready, man.
I'm getting bored of waiting for them to come out to kill us.
How
Was
about
there
some
a
of us
key?
try to go around?
Oh yeah, can you go around? There was 2 more hallways.
Yeah, let's go around, everybody.
Guard the other door. Thanks, Sean.
I was just trying to bait him into the room.
Now we're fighting.
Here we go,
Oh,
and I
heaven.
start stomping my feet, and then slowly make it like sound
quieter.
like like this, and then
Make a deception check.
And I go, "But we are not leaving."
Don't worry about the roll.
oh no, I could still get him.
No.
Nope. Thanks for giving me disadvantage, you son of a bitch.
But you are not moving.
Oh yeah, I can go down a invisible stairway too when I do go behind the rock and make it look like I'm, and then I come back up.
Is that an escalator?
His magic is powerful.
May your feet find warm sands. You, sir, do not trick them.
I take out my maul
Oh, jeez.
and I hit the lock.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
I mean, this ain't Star Trek. You can't shoot the locking thing with a phaser. And
Oh.
Yep. Clank. Nothing happens. You hit it, but nothing happens.
what the hell was that?
Wow.
Jesus Christ! Who just fell in a Sarlacc pit? What the frick was that, dude?
Damn.
There's something in there with us.
Does anybody have a reduce spell?
I might need a Zantac.
Wow.
That was you, Gary?
Yes.
God.
Banta Voodoo.
Damn.
Wow.
Coolest burp I've ever heard.
Dude, please tell me that we're recording that.
Yeah.
No, it's recorded. I am going to listen to that noise like over and over again. It sounded like some kind of creature.
It's like Sean's got a new ringtone.
He does have a tendency to scare small children.
I have to tell my
'cause he
wife
keeps
how
out-
impressed you are. She gets the privilege of that all the time.
It's because he always offers the kids candy. That's why they're always running and screaming.
No.
I got a pop.
Nope, it's the
Sickles in my
burps.
basement. All right, so trying to break this door down, try to pick it. What are we trying to do?
Oh, can anyone pick? I'm so glad we have all these casters.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No rouges?
No rouges.
Especially, I try and pick it with my hammer again.
Yeah. If you can't do it the first time, you're not going to do it the second time. Yes, it's just, no. Mm-mm.
Hey guys, do we want to try to go around if this isn't working?
Well, where did you guys wander off to, Bandwin? Did you find anything?
It was just a long hallway, and then
I thought it
Yeah.
would curve around this way, but it went up north.
we can go to the southern.
Try south. The only problem is, as soon as we leave this room, it could get into this room and set off the levers again.
Oh, can I Can I try to pick a lock with a claw?
I like it. Sure.
Cool. Cool. All right, I take
I've
off
seen
the
that on some
gauntlet.
cartoon. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
which one.
Dago
Probably
uses his
Thundercats.
claw to pick the
Yeah,
lock.
probably.
Oh!
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. I'm gonna
Didn't
do
think that was gonna happen. Ninja Gear.
Think. I had no idea. Let's see. Dynamic lighting.
The door cracks open. Everyone's like, "Holy shit!"
Oh no, Bandwin's ready.
We were gonna kill you guys, but we're very impressed
Yeah.
that the cat's claw did that.
So as soon as Jasper whips the door open, I step right in front of it and become a new door.
Nice.
To the lair token. So you see a gauntlet of bandits. And before we start rolling initiative, let's take a quick break. Be right back.
Break time, whiskey time.
Yes.
Oh, it's not what I pictured on the other side of the door at all. I was thinking they were in like a hallway. Now I'm dead because there's 8,000 attacks coming at my way.
You don't put any sort of like Vaseline or anything on?
Vaseline. What the fuck are you watching?
It's just a video.
Mm-hmm. What website?
It was just TikTok.
Oh.
So my buddy got me the Strixhaven book. I would avoid it unless you really like Harry Potter. Just as an FYI for D&D.
Yeah.
Because that's all it basically is just how to put like a school into your D&D game.
Oh.
And to play a student within that school.
Oh, those seem kind of like rules they just make up on by yourself.
Yeah, and reputation and stuff like that, like with your friends and frenemies and
Gotcha.
teachers, and it's all based off of magic. The Magic the Gathering.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I probably won't get it then.
Has anybody played Elden Ring?
No.
I won't buy a game until it's at least 60% off.
I hear you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I used to buy games at full price and got burned too many times in the past, so I just say I'll wait until it's been out for a while, bugs are cleared up, and it's a lot cheaper.
I'm the same way with cell phones.
The benefits of being a patient gamer.
Some games don't go down.
Or you have way too many games already, and you don't even have time to play those, so why get
Right.
this thing?
It's like 10 years later, some games are still full price. You're like, what the fuck?
That's kind of nutty. Why do I need to buy new games
Gary,
when I can just play
really
Skyrim?
Yeah.
Let's
That's
roll
a solid
initiative.
point right there.
You're soft.
Although they keep releasing newer ones, so I keep buying it again and again.
Damn it.
Damn, I have never
Oh, shit.
rolled initiative well. Never, not one time.
We appreciate it.
I do enjoy the day.
Wow, I rolled a 4 with 2 die.
Oh, wow.
How does my owl keep getting the same initiative?
Because it's designed because it goes on your initiative.
Who knows?
No, it's supposed to have its
That was
own.
terrible. That was awful.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
I believe we're missing someone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Vigo's not in there. I think it's
Oh,
because
okay.
of the way I'm selecting them.
All right, fair enough. Band one. It's appropriate. You're right there. So you burst in the room as Jasper sticks a claw in there, and
What
looks
do
at
I
you
see?
with wide eyes. Kink. The door opens.
What do I see?
You see
Like, what
you
are these
see.
guys equipped with?
Maces, and let me tell you. So, this 50-foot square chamber is hewn out of rock. The floor is rough but flat. The walls show the chisel marks of the original builders, and the ceiling is about 10 feet high. Identical stone doors with iron pull rings stand in the middle of the east, north, and west walls. West wall you just came in. In the center room stands a life-sized and lifelike statue of a dwarf warrior wearing a chain shirt, helm, and big boots. He carries a shield in his left arm and a battle axe in his right hand. The statue has clearly been broken into, roughly, the head and upper torso, lower torso, and legs. These pieces have been reassembled and held together and upright in a stout wooden frame. A dagger, along with several coins and gems, lie on the floor in front of the statue, surrounded by a ring of fine gravel. And in front of them, obviously, these bandits. So the bandits reach out to you. As you burst into the room, they all say, almost in unison, "We are the bringers of woe. We have come to reward your curiosity." And that's when they attack. Bandwin?
Well, we are the Knights of Knee.
And we've come to break your knee. I move up to here.
Okay.
And smack a person with a longsword. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
9 points of damage.
Okay.
And I am going to, by the mighty hand of Torm, I use a spell slot to do Divine Smite.
Okay.
And my sword glows with a
Valley's
bright divine energy and 8 more points of damage to him as I cut him severely.
Yeah. You cut him severely, all right. He bursts into flames of radiant golden light and perishes.
Torm has spoken!
There we are.
Yep.
All right, Torm has spoken. Feldane.
Feldane and I'm got a sore throat and I'm just getting tired. Feldane and Vigo are just gonna move up. 1, 2, 3. Catch it here.
Actually, I'm sorry, Gary. I would probably move to here.
That's good.
And he's gonna cast Bless on Bandwin.
Yay!
And
I like blessings. Oh.
Finn and himself.
I had a Divine Smite button. Look at that. Thank God I didn't use it.
Sorry, it's not. There it goes. So, Bandwin, Finn, and Feldane get Bless.
All right. You boys hear that? Banwin, Finn, Feldane.
Marked off on my character sheet, so I automatically roll it.
Body knock.
Hooray! I will move to there. Perhaps unwisely. But whatever. And I will cast Burning Hands.
Okay. 15-foot cone. Which way?
Yeah. This. Well, let me grab the right tool.
What do you do? Reach your hands between my legs and then
No, I'm just going right through you, bud. Sorry.
What? There's
Nah.
3 guys on the other side you can hit by themselves. Oh. Oh shit!
Yeah, you don't know that at first, though, right? he's like.
My
whipping up the
crotch
fire.
is on fire. Look at that! Like all of a sudden, these gouts of flame shoot out between my legs.
I just really wanted to use that feature. Okay.
Not again.
Dex saves, right?
Yeah.
It's just
First
like that
one.
time in Daggerford at the whorehouse.
Second one makes.
I make it.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah.
I still dodge it though. I'm like, oh,
You automatically succeed and you take no damage.
Yeah, I know, but I would be like, oh shit, because you didn't warn me.
Half damage on a success. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the one in front of his crotch is burnt almost to a crisp. He's barely alive. The other one is doing a little better to the southeast.
Yeah.
Finn. Stay where
I've
you are.
gotten jock itch before, but that's it.
Yeah, I'll take
terrible.
one. I have one more. I got 5 more feet, so I'll just take a step back.
All right. Wait, did I skip somebody?
I only have 2 feet.
Finn.
So Finn is gonna move up here and take a shot at.
Put an arrow through some people.
Yeah, that's the plan.
There's three in a row.
Take out all 3 with 1 arrow. Come on.
A 23.
Oh,
It's 24.
Just misses.
okay. Yeah, you kill the first one, and the arrow goes through him and into the second one, and he takes enough damage to kill him as well.
Damn! Some Deadpool action.
I see that and I just kind of like look around like did anybody else see that? Because that was goddamn amazing.
It went like right through his neck and ripped out his carotid, just sliced open and sprayed it all over the place, and then it goes into the next guy's eye.
I just tell you, I'm unnatural with this thing. I'm just saying.
Take it away! I'm dangerous.
Pokes him through and through. You killed them both in one shot. I'm sure you get some sort of Microsoft Xbox bonus point for that.
It's an achievement. Unlock your achievement.
Yeah. Bandit. Oh, I'm like, Bandit, it's your turn. Okay. Bandit will run.
Go, Bandit, go!
Here and try to kill Body Knock with his mace.
Yeah.
He'll try to mace you in the face.
He's gonna whack them all. I mean,
oh, he's gonna skim a target.
Whack a gnome.
18.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
Ooh.
No. Okay. Shimmering Arcane War. Oh my. Okay. The second one. These will surround Bandwin. Come to here and here. All right, Bandwin, get ready. Here it comes.
I'm coming.
Too much.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Scimitar.
Holy fucking! Of course you crit me. Of course you crit me, Gary. This is the way. This is the way. Whenever I play a paladin, like I told you in that last game, the guy fucking couldn't not hit me. My AC was 23, and he would still hit me with just about every fucking attack. It's the way. I guess I just can't play paladins. I should just play barbarians because they always get hit and they don't care.
Yep.
All right. Second attack from the other bandit. A 5.
All right, that's
a
better.
5 hit. No,
that's better. So it's like I get hit twice. That's good. It's not too bad.
not terrible. Jasper.
Yay! All right. I'll take a step forward and I'll get my shield out this time since I'm not gonna rage yet. So who knows what's in here? 21.
You will hit.
Watch me roll a 1. All right.
Hooray.
Rolled a freaking 1.
Are you psychic?
You jinxed yourself.
I may be. All right.
Stay where you are.
Oh, I had. Yeah. I got. Yep. Yeah, I'm good here.
I'm so used to you guys having more than one attack. Barry.
I know, me too.
Well, after the last one, fights took hours.
Mhm.
There was a whole game session just for a fight, and then you called it early.
Yeah.
All right, you guys kill him. It's good. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, Barrick. You, sir, are up.
Alrighty. And I think I will Sacred Flame the one in front of Jasper.
Okay. 14 decks. Let's see what happens. Oh, he makes it.
That's it for me.
Benwin.
Oh yeah. Which was the guy that crit me?
To your southwest.
Oh yeah, he's gonna attack first. I'll be like, that fucking hurt. Oh, so much that I missed.
16 definitely hits.
That was you, Gary. I rolled a 9.
Oh. Sorry. My fucking glasses.
Damn.
You miss.
Yeah, I stay where I am. I can't move. If I move, they'll attack me.
Well, they would.
Dane's gonna mind sliver this one in front of Jasper.
Okay, mind slipper.
No, that's not the damage one. Wrong page.
Save.
Did damage.
Oh, he makes it.
Damn.
That's
He
his
shakes it off and looks at you. You're next. Stay where you are.
Yes.
What about your hooter?
No, he stays.
Body.
I will disengage and move away.
We don't need to do that. Oh, where you are. There you are. Okay. Sorry. My bad. You do. Finn.
All right. I am going to take a step up right here. And then I'll just shoot that one that is in front of Jasper.
Okay.
And let's see. Oof. I'm assuming a 4 doesn't hit.
No. No, sir, it does not.
Okay. I'm like, I don't get it. It's the arrow. And,
It's one of those curved ones again, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Bandit, it's your turn. Bandit will attack Jasper. This gimme.
Oh.
Yes,
Crit
yes.
miss. And then 2 on band one. 1, 2.
God.
Wow.
Okay. Hit and a miss. Ooh, 18 misses. Clank off your armor. Take 6 slashing.
It misses because I got defensive.
Well, let's talk about that. The first one put you down.
No.
6
I was at
slashing?
12 hit points.
Oh, I thought you
And
had
I just
6.
took off 6 to
Oh,
go to
okay.
6.
I thought you were at 6 and took off 6.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I'm fast. I'm fast like that.
You are fast. Super slick.
Because I took
That's
10
Use
hit.
lightning.
I had 22.
That's what she
minus 10
said.
is 12. Minus 6 is.
I was ready.
Hey, it ain't a race. Or it's a race, and I finished first. It's okay.
You always win, right?
All right. Those are the bandits' turns. Jasper.
All right.
Guys, they hit hard.
I'm gonna reckless.
Whoa.
22. Just trying for a crit, really.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's good damage.
Ooh.
Hey,
Seven on that
nice.
Yeah. Another bandit shredded to pieces. by Jasper.
Right. Let me move in here, try to take some heat off of Bandwin.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Barrick. Still with your 23 hit points.
I will move forward. To there and slap a hand on Bandwin.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
my.
Nice. That almost puts me back to
Those
full.
dice. All of them. Every single one of them.
Thank you, Barrick.
Good
All
roll.
hail the gods of justice.
And Banwin,
Damn
it's your turn.
Tormates again.
You feel a lot better.
I do. I attack the guy to my right,
Yeah.
and I crit him.
You kill him.
Oh yeah.
Damage.
Yeah, you rend
I have the power.
Yes, you take his head clean off his shoulders, and they both drop to the floor.
And as I do that, I cut it in, and then I turn to the other guy and I go, "You're next, evildoer."
Did I turn into Battle Cat when he said he has the power?
Of course.
Nice. Oh, I can ride you.
Fell down.
Look, I'm riding him.
Again.
Hey.
Oh no, wait.
My brother had all of that. Castle Grayskull, all the.
Yeah, my cousin
that's the
did
best.
There. And
I had Castle
Mind Sliver
Grayskull.
on this guy.
Mind Slipper? Okay. Intelligence. He's not that smart. Mm-mm.
You
Or psychic.
stupid.
And he has disadvantage on his next save.
Okay. Yeah, you bleed. Look at him. And he just like grabs his head and he shakes, and he's like a little drip of blood from his nose. Body.
This guy wet himself yet?
Oh, for sure.
He's about to.
I'm like, what? Can I see that guy yet?
I don't know. Can you see him?
Yeah, just like the edge of him.
Okay.
So,
Kill the edge of him.
there's disadvantage on his save, but not a whole lot of damage. So
That could kill him.
Okay, gone.
With disadvantage, yep.
Okay, thank you. A 9.
No.
That'll do it.
stay frosty, bitch.
Yeah, I just. And he falls on the floor.
I turn to you guys and I'm like, I gotta really work on my intimidation. I thought for sure when I sliced down that first guy, these guys would at least, balk a little bit, but they didn't even fucking care.
Did anybody see that arrow I shot?
Yeah, it's over there in the corner.
Yeah, I totally missed.
Oh, not
Jesus.
that one.
Oh, the one that went through 2 people?
That was
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
insane. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I kicked the body that's next to me is like evildoer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. No reply.
That was like my first shot, my first double shot on Call of Duty. Double sniper shot.
Nice.
sweet.
I saw a video of some guy. They were in pro play. He lined up 3.
Whoa.
Never
It was
got
just
3.
completely accident. They were just all coming around the corner at the same time, and he fired at the first guy, and the other 2 guys came in just at the wrong time, and all 3 of them, and they were all like, "Oh my god!"
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I got to run to the store.
All right.
Just control my guy. Don't do anything smart and attack everything that moves.
Did we find anything on the bodies of these dead guys?
Nothing. Prayer books.
Prayer
And,
books to
you-
what?
You see something, a strange symbol. Let's see if I can find it. I don't want to do it because they'll see it. So you find a symbol that's it's a an analog would be like a Greek letter. It's a strange symbol that doesn't seem like any language. They all sort of have it.
Oh, Body will definitely take one of the prayer books.
Okay.
Does anybody know what that is? That symbol?
And you see that sort of the insignia too on their armor.
Religion check.
Go for it.
Dan will take a second to investigate it while they look around the door. Look around the room. He's gonna take a look at the prayer book.
Nothing. You can't tell.
Would
Apparently, their god isn't stronger than Torm and the Helm.
would a Body have come across it in his time at the Candlekeep? Anything similar?
You can make a history check.
Sure. No. All right.
It might be new. You don't know.
This is most curious. I definitely am keeping this. Taking it back to Candlekeep.
Okay.
Actually, I want if I leaf through one of the prayer books, is it a language that I know?
Yeah, it just says pictures of the symbol and do you speak what am I trying to say?
My proficiency is up in the chat or in the.
Common. You're asking if he speaks common.
It's a little old, but you do get a few words, and one of the words that reaches out to you is Agramok.
Agramok. And do I recall anything in particular about this?
Elemental god of earth.
Okay. All right. I tell the others what I remember and what I've discovered.
Sounds old.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think gnomes and dwarves.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, I think maybe gnomes and dwarves might maybe know a little bit about the old god, the primordial god, Agramok, as the god of earth.
Earth.
Did someone mention the Earth cult? Did we hear someone talk about that? That was that necromancer, wasn't it?
What about the necromancer?
Something he mentioned something about an Earth cult.
Oh,
I think so.
I think he might have. I wasn't paying attention. I was just aiming.
Yes, I seem to recall something to that effect. It seems we may have stumbled onto this Earth cult, perhaps.
Maybe that's what those old guys are afraid of. They were saying something about angering somebody.
Curious.
Well, hopefully
I don't
there's
think
no one left.
I don't think they were in charge at all.
I agree. You know what? You know who I feel's in charge, Van Wyn? You, big fella.
I feel like I have the authority here, yes.
You do.
As I polish my little badge that I have.
Oh, thank God you said badge.
So there's a door north and a door east. What are you guys thinking?
Were there any keys on these guys?
None.
Then walk over to the door and was there a way for them to lock it from the inside?
There's a lever.
Yeah, but is there a lever?
No, just a lever.
A leaper?
I think they're worshipping levers.
No, lemur. There's just one lemur.
Oh, a lemur. Oh,
What's
yeah.
his name?
Levi.
A Levi.
Levi the lemur.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling the lever.
Alrighty.
All right. Body Knock's
Please.
checking the north door.
Yep, I am checking for traps if it's locked.
Okay. Make that investigation check.
Yeah.
No, doesn't appear to be trapped.
Is that lemur checking to see if he's sure?
Hmm.
I don't think he is, though.
Can I hear anything beyond it?
Perception, please.
No.
Quiet as a church mouse.
Is this door locked, Gary?
This door
No.
seems okay.
Did you check for traps?
No.
No, not locked.
Okay. Does it open?
Do you open it?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It
With
opens.
this back and forth.
It does. Oh, I was going to say it doesn't open.
Another door.
Another door. So I leave it open. There's another door down here. What's that one over there like, Body? I wander over there, open that door.
It isn't trapped.
Oh, that's good. As I
Nothing
open the
happens.
door.
A hallway leading north.
This one has a hallway without a door. Which way we want to go?
The hall. What does the hallway look like? The north hallway compared to the east? Because I know we had mentioned
long-
the east.
Long
It's
and
longer,
dark.
and it bends at the end.
Ascados. All right.
Sounds like Monica Lewinsky testimony.
Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
God.
Clinton? Mr. Clinton, is that you?
So, do we want to go north or east? To
Go west. Life is peaceful there.
All right.
Mm.
I close this door, Gary. The north
Okay.
door.
Okay.
And I start walking to this door, and I walk over to this door and open it.
All right. Very good. You open it.
Oh, Bandwin, hold up. Hold up.
Oh,
We
well,
get the guy
you guys are
down.
coming
And
with
now
me.
he's. Yeah, we're coming. Just
Oh, okay.
give it a sec.
Sure, we're all just standing around.
I know, but
there's evil afoot.
I understand, but
I think Jasper would be neck and neck probably with Bandwin.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll be right behind them, letting everybody know ahead of us that we're coming.
Okay. So passage 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, hewn out of the rock, runs 40 feet ahead. A
Whoops,
small
wait.
lantern hangs from a hook in the wall next to the door at the east side of the passage, sitting on a wooden stool. Oh, no, you missed it. Sorry. I deleted
I
that
can't
part.
see it yet, so if you don't want to read that part, I can't see anybody sitting on a stool or a lantern.
Yeah, sorry. I deleted that part to save time. Okay. Ooh,
And there's a bunch of rocks here that apparently go all the way to the ceiling.
So, an enormous chamber with a 20-foot high ceiling has been carved out of the rock here. A lighted lantern rests on the floor near the center of the room. An odd array of stone monoliths, some upright standing stones and others arranged in 3 stone arches, stand around the chamber. 6 stone slabs are set against the walls around the perimeter of the room. Each holds humanoid bones dressed in scraps of tattered cloth and rusted iron.
Oh, do they look dwarven in nature, or are they?
You don't know. You'd have to inspect them.
This looks like some sort of burial ground. Or tomb. I start walking towards the lantern.
Oh, shit.
It isn't a mine. It's a tube.
the tomb. How long have you been waiting to say that? This place is huge. Jesus.
scary?
No, just
Okay.
accidentally.
He's reading.
Reading ahead. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Reading.
No, the gamer mouse back button. Yeah.
Oh, I do that all the fucking time. I'm so
Let's
used to
get
hitting
used to it.
using. Yeah, I use it for back too, and it's like once you do that on 420, it's like, oh, yeah. And there go all my windows. Fantastic.
All right. I'm back. Okay. I have logged back in. So make. Let's see here.
I'm frozen.
Let's get Jasper up there. Also.
Jasper. Okay.
Please, sir.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm frozen. Okay.
Okay. Just take a look at this room here.
I turn to Jasper and I go, "Curiosity killed the cat," and he turns to me and goes, "And the paladin." And I nod.
Okay. A figure leaps out behind one of the stones.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, no, I can't be surprised.
But you're not surprised. Because you can't be. However, I want everyone else to roll a perception check.
Hooray.
Nah, select the wrong person. That was Feldane.
That sucked.
Don't get the roll for Jasper.
Take the rest of us the
Gotta be Nate.
On Jasper.
Oh, man, look at that guy. He's cool looking.
Zoom.
Okay, everyone but Body. Body is the only one surprised. Sorry.
Wheat.
Everyone roll
I think
initiative.
Can you shift Z him?
I can.
Yeah, zoom in.
I like the idea that we're all like not surprised when he jumps out and Body's like, "Oh my god!"
I think he's wearing my plate mail.
I'm pretty sure Body is having a conversation with his mouse.
Yeah, so he's got that armor on, and he's got this mask made of dried clay or earth or something like that across his face.
Jesus.
No, some other guy. Oh boy.
Jasper's initiative.
The rock. Jasper.
I go, "Hello there."
All right, Finn. Somehow, you hear Benwin talking, but
I should
get the
probably
jump.
I should probably roll initiative, shouldn't I? Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My initiative reflects my surprise.
Okay.
He comes out. He jumps out like he's like trying to scare everybody, and I go, "So, hey, how you doing? What's your name?"
He's like, "Ha!" And Benwin, you're right there in front of him.
Yeah.
I saw
Like, how you doing? What's going on?
And you weren't hiding from me. You're here to desecrate the stones, and I'm here to kill you.
Well, that's not very. I mean, how'd you know we were here to desecrate the stones?
I heard you. Your loud oaths stomping through the dungeon.
And you heard us say that we were going to desecrate the stones?
More or less.
I let my mace drop in or my sword drop in my lanyard and just put my hand over my face and go, "Oh God," and just slide it down across my chin and go, "It's not going to end well for you, boss."
Many have said that before.
What is this place? Perhaps if we understood it better.
Is this your go, or?
Oh, is it my turn?
He threatened to kill you when you rolled initiative. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, fuck it. And I'm going to smite him, too.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Baller.
You may just kill him.
Oh, that's a shitty roll, but now I
That
get
won't
the
do it.
deuce. Yeah, but these might. 4 to 8.
Oh, okay.
So 28 points of damage. Tarn doesn't look kindly on people insulting them.
Oh, yeah. You slice him open, and then the radiant damage takes effect and digs deeper into him yet, and he's badly wounded. Oh, did not expect that.
So perhaps you
did
would
not
like to
expect him to jump out from behind the rock.
Yeah. So perhaps you would like to rethink your whole plan?
Okay, let's jump to Finn. Finn, as it's your turn.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
I do this. And I go, Fen, your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, seeing how he jumped out and threatened us, I will attack.
Oh, man. More crits?
What?
Yeah, so the arrow punches a hole.
I guess we'll never know.
Straight through his heart, out through his back.
Oh,
his
man.
spinal cord.
And
Then
here's Bandwin, and he goes, never know what. What won't we know?
Gary rips up the speech he had for the speech today.
Yes.
We caught him monologuing!
There's Lorok.
Finn drops his bow and just looks at his hands, and he's just like, can you just improve perfection? I don't think so.
Good shooting. You double snipe somebody, and wow. 26 points. Ooh, yeah.
God, that was the best smite ever.
Yes, 2 very good rounds of unfair attacks.
Okay, so I look around. Is there anything else in the room?
Yeah, so there is. And so you see several stones on the ground, and these stones apparently are they're huge and they're heavy, and they've made movements in the ground, almost like what are this, like Japanese gardens where they have little rakes with the.
Oh, sure.
So they've got like the movement.
Or Death Valley.
Yeah, yeah, like that. So they've got.
Oh, where the wind blows the rocks? That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's the way it looks. He can't explain to you how this works anymore. So, yeah, there's just the rocks in the ground, and let's just say the elders, they finally come bursting through. What? No.
What? No, what?
You've killed him. Why? And
he said he was going to kill us.
And you see Meliko, Gilker, and Welver.
I aimed for his shoulder, and he jumped into the arrow.
I didn't. I stabbed him right in the chest.
And you guys see the same markings on him that you saw on the other bandits. The Agramok, the Earth Cultist, sort of mark on him, on Larok, the guy you just killed in two shots. And they look at you like,
are you guys harboring some sort of cult here in town? Cults are book Law 42,
Sorry,
page
Gary,
16,
you cut out and Sean just
Artifact
started
3.
going
can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
Yeah. How are we going to read the stones? What they say, what they mean, what they portend?
Don't you have a stone reader?
Yeah.
And he points to the guy you just killed.
Well, he said he was going to kill us.
He was, yeah. tried to shoot him. I'm not a very good shot, and I shot him.
You can say that again.
Shoulder, and it just misfired. We didn't know. We were just trying to help those people.
I think it ricocheted off his scapula and then into his heart.
Possibly. Don't know what that is. If it's in the shoulder, absolutely.
You see the guy in the back, the one that was like not totally with them. He was just like, I told you, it was all trouble. I don't know about these stones. I don't know if it means anything. I'm like, shut up.
So Gary, these stones, are there like skeletons sitting on top of thrones on top of these stones, and the stones are sliding around the room?
No, the skeletons are sort of along the perimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were like riding the stones. I'm like, what a cool way to die.
No. How are you going to read? So basically, they sort of tell you that how are they going to read this? The stones move on their own, and how are they going to read what those movements mean to them?
What if they don't mean anything? What if this guy was just trying to pull the wool over your eyes and take control of the town? Are you that gullible?
And the one who was resistant was like, I told you, we sacrificed those people for nothing.
Whoa! Do I hear that?
Yeah.
I start flipping through my book, and I start spouting the laws. If you sacrifice people to evil gods in the name of bad to evil, I sentence you to arrest, if not death. And I start, but you guys will surrender now, and we will let the constable take care of you. I can't remember his name right now. I'm a little flustered.
Harvard.
I can't believe you. Oh, does he say that?
No, you do. No, I did.
Okay, I thought no, Bandwin can't remember his name. I remember his name.
Oh yeah, no, the guys are like, yeah,
yeah. They're like, oh, Harbuck, and I'm like, yeah, him, the butcher guy.
Oh yeah.
And
guys, say that you see several people, men, well-built men, strong men, and Harburg leading
manly men
from the front. Manly men who climbed down and approached you from the back. Sorry.
Nice.
And, what's going on there?
Apparently, there's a cult underneath your freaking town, and these guys have been sacrificing people.
Yeah, they just said they were sacrificing people. The three.
I point at the old guys right there.
Not them.
Yes, he just said it. I walk over and grab him by the scruff of the neck and said, "Tell him what you told us." Well, you didn't tell us, but you said out loud like a moron.
Yeah, so I guess the weakest one of the three spills the beans.
Yeah.
And he says, so the travelers, the ones who've been missing from their rooms, and the weak ones, and nods his head, yes, and he points, and you can see like some of the sacrifices are fresher than others. And Harburg has the men arrested and brought up. And what would you like to do? He arrests the men and ties their hands behind their backs, takes them up.
I think we need to take the stones and find out more about those.
I can't carry those. They're big.
How big are the stones?
They look bigger than 5'10".
Make a perception check if you like.
Okay.
What's on this guy that we killed? Let me see if there's any kind of books or whatever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's nothing on Laura.
Oh, is he wearing plate mail?
However, let's see. He is a black earth priest. He's wearing splint armor made of bone.
Cool.
Neat.
But as you search the room, Finn, It is somewhere in these papers.
Oh, Splint Mail will raise my AC up by 1.
You're trying on the guy's Flint mail.
He's about my size. Look at him.
Just imagine you laying on his body. Like, just laying and being like, see? It's about the same
it's
size.
about the same size. I mean, we can fix the... I mean, your hole isn't so bad. My slash mark is... I mean, I need a couple bones to replace that. I look around and like, oh, there's plenty of bones in here we can use.
Wait, isn't that sacred?
Oh, yeah, we can't use that. That's right. Well, maybe the...
Is it not a little macabre for you?
Here it is.
Why not?
Okay.
We bring death. I don't want the bone split mail.
So in the room around the moving stones, you see offerings of 253 silver pieces, 97 gold, 2 moonstones worth 50 gold apiece, and you see...
Is someone writing that down?
I'm not.
I got 253 silver. I wasn't sure how many gold.
Set 97.
Okay. And then how many moonstones? Worth
2.
50 gold pieces? Okay, 2.
Thank you. And then a dagger, and engraved into the pommel is the word Rezzur, R-E-S-Z-U-R. And
cool.
Yeah, it appears as though they were using that particular dagger to sacrifice wayward guests at the inn, or whoever.
Does it look like a wicked sacrificial dagger, like the one they showed me at Paladin
curved.
Camp all the time?
Yeah, curved, like, yes.
Yeah, that's definitely a sacrificial dagger if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. And does anyone want to pick it up, or?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Touch it even?
Sure.
Okay.
Serrated.
Yeah, no, it's just very sharp. It's got a curved blade, like not Damascus, but whatever the curved blade's, like a
sickle.
It goes back and forth like a wavy blade, like a.
Oh yeah, one of those ones. Yeah, the squiggly ones.
Like a kukri? No, not exactly.
I don't know, but it like kind of get like.
I know which one you're talking about. The sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, like sacrificial dagger.
Yeah. The one they always say. It looks like a snake.
Yes. So you pick it up and you try to wish it around, and it makes no sound as you wish it through the air.
Hey, this dagger weird. This dagger's weird. Doesn't make any noise.
And you see engraved on the pommel R-E-S-Z-U-R.
All right. I guess we'll throw this in evidence.
Yeah, I have this, and I put it in the group loot for now.
Is that evidence? Okay. You guys have busted up the cults, apparently.
Well, you want to go look for the rest of the place? Look through the rest of the place? Look at these dead bodies, man. They're kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, except for a room full of giant rats. So.
Oh, and the treasure? Room full of giant rats and treasure.
You just found the treasure.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, I'm on the moon! It literally looks like I'm on the moon. I walked through the wall by accident. I was like, oh god.
That's if he would have escaped. But he didn't get the chance.
Yep.
He only had 45 hit points, so those went away pretty fast.
Whew.
Yep.
I think we need to interrogate those folks, not tonight, but the next game.
Absolutely.
And
why can't we interrogate him now?
It's 9:04.
Who does number 2 work for?
The DM is yawning.
Yes, I'm nodding and yawning.
So he all he had was on the bone. He didn't have
recording?
anything else.
No,